So Deepa, thank you so much for coming on to our community of practice page on YouTube. We really appreciate it, and we thank you for all that you do, and we appreciate your leadership on behalf of SETC. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Awesome. So as always, we begin by acknowledging the original stewards of the various lands that we are on. We also acknowledge our ancestors. We acknowledge all those who toil without compassion or compensation. We acknowledge all the elders and community stalwarts whose shoulders we stand on as we build, share, learn together for our collective liberation and sovereignty. So if you can please do us the honors by introducing yourself to our listeners and viewers and tell us about your amazing work.
Yeah, hi, I'm Deepa. I'm the founder of Grant Orb. Grant Orb is the world's first state-of-the-art AI grant writer. So it's designed specifically for nonprofits. It's to help them go from an idea to a winning grant proposal in 5 minutes. So it's everything is powered by AI, like the entire grants process. We've AI powered it. And I come from the nonprofit sector. I've been in this space for over a decade. And I totally understand the processes ins and out, like completely what it takes to write grants. And I was just enamored by AI in 2022 when it just came out, especially the text to image models, because I could create beautiful art, and creating art was something I could never do before. And so that really got me looking into AI, and I started thinking how we can apply AI to the social impact space. And I knew that grant writing is a big pain, and that was the starting point of Grant Orb. So we've been building Grant Orb with the community. Obviously, the product is already pretty excellent as it's designed, keeping a nonprofit audience in mind. You don't have to do much of figuring out. It just goes like very simple user interface. So that's what Grant Orb is, and I'm the founder. So
amazing, and you're so right. AI, I've been, I'm also in those meetings that Victor was talking about with the AI and just how how it maneuvers within life, but it is everywhere. It is in everybody's life. It's like, blood in your vessels and in your veins at this point. Everything is AI. At some point of the day, you're always going to be touching on something that has to do with artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah,
at some point.
Our future is going to be governed by AI. Like, we wouldn't be able to do things without it. It is going to augment us. We are just the very first one, because I have always worked at the cusp of technology and social impact. Before that, I worked with Salesforce Foundation, and I was the lead for philanthropy in Asia Pacific. So I've worked with nonprofits, helping them understand technology, embrace cloud technology. So I've always worked at this intersection, and I was just first to see the magic of AI. And it just got me thinking, like, how can we apply this really cool technology to nonprofits and the work that they do and accelerate them? Like, they should not be spending more than a couple minutes writing grant proposals, because we're in the age of AI now. We shouldn't be spending 3-4 days writing grants. Like, we should get our work done faster. So yeah, we are at the very beginning of it. The future is going to be really amazing. It's there to help us augment our work, so we can learn to be humans again. Like, we are spending all our time in office doing work. We have no time for family, no time for kids, no time for outdoors, for ourselves. It shouldn't be like this.
Right, that's it. Amazing. So can you articulate your mission and vision for us? And I also like to combine, like, what inspires you about your work. So if you can kind of merge those two.
Yeah, what's inspiring me about my work currently is the fact that we're really applying this cutting edge technology and bringing it to nonprofits and just transforming the way work gets done. It's like a complete change and transformation. Like, what takes us days now gets done in seconds, right? And so this is really inspiring, and it has so much significance for the social impact space, which has always been constrained, always be under-resourced, and people, organizations are never at full capacity to do what they really envision to do, the change that they want to bring about. They're always constrained by resources. And so AI frees us. It gives us all the superpower we never had before to really fulfill our vision. And I think that's really exciting for me and the work that we're trying to do, because it really makes you, it liberates you, basically. You're not constrained by your skills or by resources anymore, because it democratizes access to expertise and knowledge, whatever you need to really bring your vision to life.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, absolutely. It really helps with that for sure. And now on the other side, like what challenges or barriers have you faced and how have you worked to overcome them?
So, in terms of the challenges, like there are no challenges to building this amazing Grantorp as a product, because I kind of have like a winning team. I have AI engineers who bring the AI brain, and I'm the social sciences person who brings my side of the thing. So I'm like, and so we've really built a killer product, and it is amazing. We already have lots of nonprofits using us. It's really clean, simple, easy to use. I think the biggest challenges right now is in terms of educating the sector more broadly. There are the first adopters who saw, like, yeah, let's use it. They didn't have to do too much of unlearning about their habits or whatever, but there are people who are stuck in their ways of doing things. They want to feel the pain to get something done. If I haven't put in 50 hours, I haven't not done any work. But no, that's not the reality anymore, because AI can do work better than you in less time, in minutes, literally. So it's a lot of that unlearning of old habits. Like you don't have to do that. And also, media has been the mainstream media has been sending a lot of mixed signals about AI. It's creating a lot of fear in the society. It's, I don't know what all, like, people consume the news and then they're like, oh, like, can I trust AI? Things like that. So I think there are a lot of those education barriers right now. Also, because since we are the very first bringing this technology to the nonprofit sector, we need to do a lot of education just around AI and what AI really is. There's a lot of noise when we're trying to be the signal. So I have to spend a lot of time just educating and creating awareness about AI in the right way, like not what the mainstream media is painting, which is untrue most of the time.
No, I hear you for sure. I think the biggest thing for people in the conversations that we, especially in SETI, that we have is just the biases and the people that actually construct the AI, because it still needs to be human beings that create these platforms.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
again, you're going to have these human biases and prejudices that might intercede into the dynamics of the whole AI software or platform that they're doing. Do you find that, or how do you
No,
feel as much as it?
no, I think AI can be, in fact, it can, if you design an AI system with right values, it can be totally unbiased. Like humans are more biased than AI. So if we design a system to be objective, like when it comes to, say, for instance, we need a system to review grant applications, right? And there can still biases that can creep into human beings, right? They might look at somebody's name or somebody's background or address, and automatically things tune in, like gets turned on, like, oh, like those are biases, right? Because, and no matter how hard we try not to have those biases, but it always plays out in some form or the other. But AI can be blind to all those externalities. It doesn't know you as a person. It's only reading your proposal and your idea, and can advance funds based on your capability as a team and your idea, not by other factors. So AI systems can be highly unbiased and objective. It's about people who design them. I think it really matters on their values and what purpose are they designing it for.
That's
So
it. Yeah.
uh, that's what and so when I say that media generalizes, it just generalizes. Large language models are biased and this and that, but I think there are nuances to it, and it's not like one thing.
Yeah,
As I just
definitely fear of the unknown. It's a new world and a lot of people are kind of uncomfortable with that and getting into this new reality.
That's right.
Right? Yeah, yeah. A lot of jobs are being lost. Amazon laid off so many people and stuff like that. So, it has, for people, there's a lot of pros and cons on both sides. But yeah, it's all about the education and the learning for sure.
And that's what I'm saying. It's all about education and learning. And I think we need to understand it in the nonprofit setting where we've never had resources to, as I said, fulfill a vision. We set out with a vision and then we have this mission, but we don't have the people and we don't have the funds. And now this gives this extraordinary capabilities to these small organizations that can do and behave like big organizations, but they have zero resources. All they have is their small team and an AI system enabling them, you know? So if
Right.
before you could write 5 grants, today you can submit 1,000 grants. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. It just, you need to bring that mindset shift that you are not constrained. You have an AI system that can power you.
Sorry, amazing. So let me ask you, what are you currently working on right now? What are your priorities right now?
So at Grantorb, we began by solving this massive challenge around writing grants because it's a highly tedious and time-consuming process. You know, every nonprofit needs grants to sustain their operations, and the process is takes time. It's time-consuming. So a lot of them don't even attempt grants. You know, and grants is a big source of funding, or they might just attempt 2 or 3 grants. So we wanted to solve the problem around grant writing, and that's what we've done. You can go from a simple brief description about what project you're seeking funding for and have an AI write an entire winning grant proposal for you in just few minutes. And so we brought down the time spent on writing grants from 50 plus hours to less than 5 minutes. So that's one big thing that we've solved. And then we've just, as I said, working with our customers that use our product. And one of the problems we heard was like grant reporting. Like once you get the grant money, you got to now report on how the funds were spent, and you need to do that reporting quarterly across grants. So it was a cry for help that we heard from a nonprofit sector. So we set out to fix that. And we've AI powered that entire grant reporting process. You can go from loose thoughts about, okay, what is it that you did with this money? You know, sometimes you keep things in your mind, or you might have like really untidy notes about it. You can feed them all to this wizard that we have on our website, on our Grantorb website, and it converts it into a polished report in 5 minutes. So you can basically don't have to spend hours thinking, retrieving, you know, you just transfer the knowledge to AI and AI writes it for you. So we've done that. And our next big priority is to AI power the grant search process, you know, because that's something as a nonprofit fundraiser, I've spent a lot of time doing, you know, just searching who are the people funding my cause? Where can I find them? Because once you can find them, then you can write to them, you know, and unlock the funding. So we've kind of working back and forth. We solved the grant writing as a problem first, then the grant reporting, but now we're coming to grant search. You know, you should be, you know, as somebody who's deep in work, should not be spending too much time searching who are the people funding my cause. You should get that information in your phone and pull it out, write an application in 5 minutes and submit it. You know, like make that entire process smooth.
Awesome. That sounds really exciting. I mean, you know, it really helps to take the burden off and the worry and the stress, not knowing what to write. And yeah,
Oh
so
yeah.
that's sounds really exciting. That's great.
Yeah, you know, I've
Oh,
written, as I said, I've written grants, and I remember after every grant, I just felt like eating tons of cookies or something because it is so mentally exhausting.
great.
You know, like it's like you want to do something like totally wasteful after that because you've just
So
used
true.
so much of your cognitive energy.
Absolutely. And so how do you feel about the future of social impact in Canada?
I mean, it's amazing. I think what is really needed is there are so many innovators here, so many great people that I have spoken to one-on-one, and I wish I knew more of them. You know, so I feel like the future is really bright. There are people thinking differently, bringing new ways of doing old things or fixing problems. But we need to really connect with each other and be a united force. You know, like and I think if we can collaborate and work together, it's going to be a force that cannot be stopped, you know, in terms of bringing about social transformation. So yeah, just getting to know more people, would really enable the sector to move fast and solve problems.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. So what's your ultimate goal and what does success look like to you?
So ultimate goal is to really enable the change makers. They should be out in the field doing their work, not sitting and doing administrative work and grant writing and grant reporting takes so much time away from their core mission that they barely get time for their real work. They're mostly sitting and just drowned in, oh my gosh, I need to do this, I need to do that. So our goal is to really enable them and get them to finish whatever it takes to unlock the funding. They should not be spending more than few minutes on that. It should be wherever they are in the field, seeing their community, be with them, because that's what you are. You're there to be with your community and solve problems with them. And if we can enable them to do that, more time out on the field and less time in the office doing stuff, I think that's our ultimate goal. And that's the future we're building towards. They should, they'll be powered by these AI agents that will do end-to-end work for them. All they got to do is instruct them what is needed to be done. And that's it. Instruction. Your goal is to instruct the AI. AI is there to serve you. And you are there to instruct the AI to get stuff done for you.
Right, right. Wow, Deepa, this sounds so amazing. I mean, it's going to really take the pressure off of people who, have to run such organizations and to know that, there's something like this that instead of, like you said, 3 days to do, it takes less than, 10 minutes to get done. That's awesome. Like I know when people listen to this broadcast, they're gonna be like, where do I sign?
I know. Some people think I'm crazy, when I say things like this, and I'm like, you got to go check it out. So yeah, anybody who thinks I'm crazy, that I'm making claims like this, that whatever took you 5 days can now be done in 5 minutes, should go try grantorb.com. There's a wizard there. Just enter the project that you're seeking funding for briefly. It can be in broken English, doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to think about grammar, formatting, nothing. Just say, I'm seeking funding to, say, for instance, start a soup kitchen in Toronto that will serve meals to, our goal is to serve meals to 100 families a day or whatever. Just put the little specifics and say, hit create, and you'll have your entire proposal out in no time. So go try it out. Everybody should try it out. I'm also doing my bit to educate the entire nonprofit sector. I've started a newsletter on LinkedIn. It's called AI for Nonprofits. And I'm writing like all the knowledge that I'm gaining, because I do work with a team of 2 experts in AI, and they keep transferring tons of knowledge to me, and I'm always processing and seeing that knowledge in the light of the social impact space. So I'm writing a lot in terms of just educating people how they can apply AI to their everyday work, how they can use vision capabilities of AI, because AI can also see, and it can do a lot of things by just looking at documents, and so how it applies to that, and just educating the whole space about how they can leverage AI in their nonprofit to accelerate. I've been writing about it. So check that newsletter out. It's called AI for Nonprofits on LinkedIn. Subscribe to it, and I aim to bring all amazing AI use cases of social impact and how you can apply AI at work.
Awesome. Well, Deepa, we really appreciate all that you do. Congratulations on this. And I hope it goes very, very far and reaches many, many nonprofit organizations so you can alleviate the pressure off them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thank you so much for this. And, when it airs, I know people will be excited to contact you. So again,
Thank
on
you so
behalf of
much.
Setsi, yes, we thank you. All right. So we will close the way that we began by acknowledging the original stewards of the various lands that we are on. We also acknowledge our ancestors. We acknowledge all those who toiled without compassion or compensation. We acknowledge all the elders and community stalwarts whose shoulders we stand on as we build, share, learn together for our collective liberation and sovereignty. So you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much again, and we'll be in touch shortly.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh,
Really
you're
grateful.
welcome. All right. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.